Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Tombstone284 here once again with issue 11, the review of the U.S.S. Reliant NCC-1864 from Eaglemoss Star Trek, the official Starship Collection. Now, as we all know, the U.S.S. Reliant was destroyed during the Genesis Wave and Wrath of Khan by Khan Noonien Sung, who turned out to be an arch enemy of the now Admiral Kirk, who was then captain at the time they became enemies, in an episode of the original series. Now, the ship could go at a max of warp 9.2, and it was a Miranda class. It had your typical phaser beam array, and it had its four photon launchers, which was the standard weapon of any of the ships, whether it was an Oberth, Miranda, Constitution, or any ship at that time. It was standard. Now, it had a crew. Let's see here. It doesn't say actually how much crew it had, but it had 11 decks, and the captain was Captain Terrell, who, as you know, if you watched Wrath of Khan, killed himself rather than killing Kirk for Khan. And also, Chekhov was a person who served on board the Reliant at that time. Now, this is what they have in the book, is how it looks and everything. And here's kind of the concept for it. At first, they we're gonna put the warp nacelles on the top. As you can see, that's where the warp nacelles are gonna be, and then they pretty much flipped it around for the way that they wanted it to look versus how it came out. So if you take a look at the book upside down, then you see that it pretty much came out the way that they had it in the movie and subsequent TV shows as far as that particular class. And then this is a different review of how they wanted it from a different point of view. It looked like they had 4 photon launchers, 2 on the right and then 2 on the left, depending on how you look at the ship. But I think they honestly went with the right choice in how they did the Miranda class for that, because it would look kind of weird, in my opinion, if the warp nacelles were on top versus being on the bottom with this particular ship. Now, let's get on with the review of the ship itself. And of course, it's in its packaging still, so we'll go ahead and get that out. This stand here is a little hard to get out this time. At least this stand was hard to get out, just like some of them in the past. Now, as far as the ship goes, it's got good Aztecing to it, if you can see it. It does have the registry on it, U.S.S. Reliant NCC-1864. And like I was talking about for the Excelsior class in my previous review, this is what I was talking about. I think should have been on the nacelle, but maybe because it was so small, they couldn't do it. And it also has the registry on this part of the ship, but not on the other side. And then they have it as well on here. And they even have the registry on the inside parts of the nacelles on both, if you can see it. And just like the Excelsior and the other Federation ships, the nacelles will light up if you show them in the right kind of lighting. Now, it does have several phaser beam banks. There'd be one, there's two, and then there's three. I'm not sure what those would be considered on it. It does have two symbols on the top, or three actually, for the Federation of Planets. There's 1, 2, and 3 there. They don't have the symbol on the bottom, as you can see, but it does have, however, on there it does have the symbol on both sides, as well as on the inside area on both nacelle pylons. And something I can't figure out is on the Miranda class why they did that here, have the numbers 1 and 2, when in the movies and TV shows and even in Star Trek Online, because this is one of the ships that you get as far as class when you first start the game, it doesn't say 1 or 2 for the impulse engines. Now, it does show there that your 2 rear photon torpedo launchers and your 2 forward ones. And there's some good detailing for, I believe, the top half of the ship right here, if you can see it. Some good detail work there. And some good detailing there on the bottom. Now, where you see the lines at, here, all the way around and over towards here, is plastic. All where you see the lines, that's all plastic. But everything around it, including what's on the top except for here, and of course the nacelle pylons, is all die cast. And as far as I can tell, it does have a decent amount of weight for it, for a ship like this. And I'm thinking that these here are, this spot here, and then this spot here might be phaser cannons. I'm thinking that's what those are right there, but I'm not 100% sure. I would have to go and watch Wrath of Khan again, or do more research into that. Man, I'm not entirely sure right off the top of my head. If anybody knows for sure if these are here, the 2 little areas that have the United Federation of Planets symbols might be phaser cannons, please let me know in the comments. And I don't understand with all the ships like that, they have these 2 red lines. I noticed they have that with the Excelsior. I think I've seen that with the Motion Picture Enterprise. But I'm not 100% sure. I would have to go back and look at them. But they might be there, they might not be there. But if they are, it's no big deal. Because to me it'd be just part of the ship. But as you see, there's also some good Aztecing on here. And there's 1, 2, and 3 more phaser beams. So, all in all, this is a must-have ship for anybody in the collection that's a fan of the Kirk era movies and stuff. It's a must-have. Especially, even for those who like Khan or those who don't like Khan. In my opinion, this is a ship that would be a must-have as any part of Star Trek collectors. So, let's get on to doing the stand. Let's see if I can get this one open on the first try. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Okay? Now, like a lot of the other ones, it still says NCC 1896 or 1864 rather, sorry. U.S.S. Reliant. Now, what the number's like on this one, it says 7155-A/K. I don't know what that would mean on there, but that doesn't seem to worry me at all. But here's how the stand goes into the hole in the back here, like a lot of ships do, just like that. And then I believe, yeah, it goes in right behind practically right where your impulse engines would be, pretty much, as you can see, right along the inside front edge of your impulse engines, like so. Well, here you have it, people. The U.S.S. Reliant NCC 1864. And this was a review of it. Issue number 11. The next issue could quite possibly be the first special issue, which is going to be Deep Space Nine, or issue number 12, sorry, which will be an Akira class, but it does not say in the book which ship under that class it would be. So, until next time, this is Tombstone 284, beaming out.